Welcome to today's YouTube channel. So I have, very sad news to share today. I did something terrible, man. I did something absolutely terrible. I broke Infernoble Noble Knights. I did it live on stream, with a couple of help from people in the chat like Takei and Dude117, and man, this combo that I'm about to show you guys, it's gonna get banned. It's gonna get banned, and so I figured I'd show it, as soon as possible. Konami, if you're watching, hook your boy up with a sponsorship deal. You know what I'm saying? Let me show off some cards. You know what I'm saying? anyways, guys, all seriousness though, I have the greatest combo video of all time. Like, this incorporates XYZ summoning, pen summoning, synchro summoning, link summoning. Like, you guys already heard it. It incorporates every single summoning except unfortunately fusion summoning. All right, bro. So, all right, Jaden, calm down. But anyways, guys, I'm about to show you literally the greatest deck, like, in the new metagame. Like, this deck, when it comes out in Rise of the Duelist, is gonna break the entire meta, right? Like, I'm not ending on some kind of like BS board. This is gonna hand loop you for 5. I'm gonna hand loop you for 5 and VFD you. And if you think I can't do it, well, I'm about to show you, man. All right, so anyways, we're gonna do it with Igknights, man. Like, pendulum cards, right? Shout out Triff Gaming, of course. Pendulum best deck. And we already see right here, right, that we're gonna incorporate the use of like a lot of cards, and this is uber consistent. Like, if you guys check out my stream at twitch.tv/pack_official_tcg, you'll find that on stream you can watch the VOD. I did this like 5 hands in a row, 10 hands in a row. So all I'm gonna say is, guys, never give up. Don't let someone tell you can't do something. Yeah, I told everyone I was gonna break this deck. And guys, and here it is, man. Here it is, the most broken Igknight deck, Infernobles. Yo, let's just get right into it. Okay, so first off, we start off with our boy Neospace Conductor, right? Like, this card is just crazy. Like, if you handshot this, bro, it literally doesn't affect the combo at all because my hand is godly. Like, and every hand is like this. Like, literally, it's literally so insane. And you probably are thinking, yo, Pack, what is wrong with you? Why are you playing Igknights? Yo, trust me, I had that same impression. But Igknights are what? They're fire and they're warrior, right? So it's super synergetic. And guess what? They can pop themselves to add fire monsters, and when they pop themselves, right, they're actually resources, right? If any of you guys have ever played Pendulum, right, this combo has like 10 different variations, but it's kind of like if you played Pure Endymion, like the lines of plays, like the sequencing of plays is very, very important. But this is like actually insane, and yo, we're actually non-ironically playing Igknights in 2020, man. This is actually just crazy. So, anyways, we're gonna go off with Neospace Conductor, use the effect to summon Dolphin. We're going to use Dolphin effect to dump, probably like the Cavalier. It doesn't really matter. We want to keep the level 3s in hands, and I'll explain why later. We're going to hand loop them for 1, Can I have some loops, brother? Can I have some loops? Anyways, we're going to hand loop them for 1 with Dolphin. And then here we're going to go into the new Electromite. This card is the new Electromite. Guess what I'm going to search with the Sold? I'm going to search a Pendulum card, man. Because this card is actually Electromite. If you look closely at this picture, you'll actually find out that his Sold is actually Electromite in disguise. Konami, you missed the card on the ban list. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, baby. Anyways, a Sold effect is going to add us the Squire. And so this is, it's not supposed to add the Squire, but you're supposed to add any other level scale 7 Igknight. So, like, just pretend this is any other scale Igknight. It'll come up later, but, like, it actually doesn't matter. But anyways, then you're going to use a Sold effect, right? But I want to start off with Painful Decision, just like dump my deck out. So I'm going to dump the Squire to add another Squire. So Painful, like, because they're all normal monsters, it lets you play really strong cards such as Unexpected Die, Painful Choice, and Summoner Art, which is why this deck is, like, uber consistent. Anyways, you're going to use from here is Sold. You're going to mill 4. The 4 cards you're going to mill is Cursed Bamboo Sword, Smoke Grenade, I call it Papa Smoke, the Phoenix Blade, and then the Durandal. So Cursed Bamboo, when it's actually sent to the graveyard, you can actually add a Bamboo Sword, and this is how you play around Nibiru. Keep in mind, guys, this has all been 4 summons. So I did 2 summons. Isolde is the 3rd, and then Olivir is the 4th summon. And then the Bamboos is going to trigger to add us the Broken Bamboo Sword. And so the next line in this combo is we're actually going to use 2 of our scales. two of the Ignites, and we're going to transition into a God Phoenix Gearfried, right? So for those of you who don't know, it's an effect in the hand that triggers to, it banishes an equipped cell from the graveyard or the field, special summon itself from the hand. But what people don't know is that it has a monster effect negation. And that's right, guys. This combo plays around Nibiru. I'm not trying to show you guys some scuff combo that, like, you know, can go off 100%, assuming they have no hand trap. No, this is Nibiru proof, guys. This is like Nibiru proof. It's not like some combo where I just go off, assume like happy dandy world where they have no hand trap and then you just FTK them with a couple cards. No, this is playing around Nibiru, and this is like a legitimate way that's consistent. You always play around Nibiru. You always search Phoenix Gearfried. Like, you have like so many card combinations that gets you to 2 Ignites, and 2 Ignites means that you play around Nibiru every single time. So anyways, it's going to explain why you search the Broken Bamboo Sword too. So like I said, this deck is very complex, guys. So just like you guys might want to like watch it again. I'll put the replay in the description box below too, so you guys can study this. This is like very complex. Anyways, you're gonna use the Bamboo Sword and equip it to Olivier, then summon Gearfried. So you'll notice that I equipped the Bamboo Sword to Olivier first and then summon Gearfried, because once this card successfully summons, this is actually the 5th summon, so they have the right to Nibiru you. But guess what? If they do, all you have to, you can easily negate it, because it can send any face-up equipped card you control to the graveyard, and it doesn't have to be equipped to Gearfried. So because it's equipped to Olivier, that's totally fine. So that's why it's really, really strong. So this card right here, you already see it. It's ready to hit that. It's ready to smash that rock out of your opponent's hand. Anyways, keep in mind your opponent is at 4 cards because you already hand looped them for 1. So you already ripped out a hand trap. So that's really, really nice. Anyways, you're then gonna use the Isolde into a Link Ross, and you're gonna generate 2 level 1 tokens, and then from here you're gonna do something before anything else, and that is to actually use the Phoenix Blade, and you're gonna banish the Dolphin and the Space Connector to get you Phoenix to your hand. And the reason why you do this is because you're gonna link off the Olivier, and so when you link off the Olivier, the Bamboo Sword is actually gonna fall off. Therefore, you won't be able to play around Nibiru anymore. But thankfully, the Phoenix Blade, which lets you add it back to your hand, can now equip to the Godfried. And so now you can easily link off the Olivier for you know the most oppressive card of this format, Noodle Fiber. And guess what? Yeah, you already guessed it, man. Olivier's a freaking tuner, bro. How is this fair? Anyways, Olivier's a tuner. I don't ask the questions, man. Konami made the cards. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna make Noodle Fiber and use Noodle Fiber effect to summon Vion Sphere. This card, if you guys have not bought it yet, I assume you get your hands on this right now, because it is going to be bought out to infinity. This card is so broken, and none of its effects are once per turn. So let me explain to you what this card does. If it is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can pay 500 life points and equip it to any card on my field. Any monster card, right? So that's fine. That sounds okay. But here's the craziest part. When this is an equip card, when it becomes an equip card, right? You can send it from the equip spell and trap zone to the graveyard to bring back any equip card in your graveyard and equip it to your monster. This will come in handy pretty soon. I'll show you guys how. Anyways, we're gonna make Formless Synchron here, and we're gonna chain block. So we're gonna go Chainlink 1, Chainlink 1, Formless Synchron, Chainlink 2 Sphere. Pay the 500 life points, equip to the Godfried, and draw 1 card. So we already, at this point, right, in the combo, we already drew 1 card. So it's just like insane. And anyways, we're gonna use Vion Sphere now, send it to the graveyard, and bring back an insane card. I've never played Go format. Like, I just started playing Yu-Gi-Oh not too long ago, as you guys know. But this card, man, it came out in I forgot what set. I think it's like Darkness, something LOD, like Layer of Darkness maybe. Anyways, man, Smoke Grenade of the Thief, man. I heard this is like, it's absolutely insane. And guess what? This card is literally Confiscation. If you guys are playing in Farfra's traditional tournament, you probably have Confiscation in every deck. But this card is Confiscation, and it's freaking legal, man. This card is actually legal, like absolutely insane. So anyways, Smoke Grenade, right? When this card is destroyed by the card effect, doesn't matter how, look at your opponent's hand, select 1 card from him, and discard it into the graveyard. If this card doesn't yell Confiscation, I don't know what does. Anyways, we're going to continue with the loops. So, the reason why we sent Varn to the graveyard, there's a specific reason, is because we're going to make Meta Marcher, and we're actually going to bring back the Sphere. And that's really, really important, because we want to abuse Sphere, right? Like, it's not once per turn. Because every time it's linked off, you trigger its effect. So, we want to abuse Sphere as much as we can. So, anyways, we're then going to go into our favorite card of the format, of course, Auroradon. Because guess what? if Sphere wasn't broken enough, it's also a freaking machine. It's a level 1 machine tuner. Like, this card was designed, man. It was meant to be broken sometime, and the time is now. Anyways, we're gonna chain block Auroradon again. We're gonna go chain link 1 Auroradon, chain link 2 Sphere, and we're gonna equip. We're gonna bring the spheres back to equip to Gearfried, and then we're gonna use Auroradon to make 3 tokens. From here, we're gonna use Auroradon effect to summon O-Line, which is classic. And we're going to use the O-Line and the token to make Rose Maiden. So this seems like we're about to go like some, VFD, draw 2, BS. No. We're not doing that, all right? We're going to take this combo to like a higher ceiling, right? Like a way higher ceiling. And keep in mind, guys, this is all playing around Nibiru. This is playing around hand traps. It's not like I'm doing this combo out of thin hair, assuming a magical fairy land where we just like go off. No, this is like playing around Nibiru, right? Which is like the biggest weakness of combo decks, wombo decks at this time. So we're going to use O-Line's effect when it's linked off to trigger, make another level 3 token. And then we're going to make Coral Dragon, right? The Coral Dragon, as we've seen in the past, like, it's super insane because it's a tuner, but also because it can be revived back with Rose Maiden. So you'll see how soon. We're going to use both of them. And we don't make Crocosaurus, we actually make Charlemagne. And this card is absolutely nuts, man. Like, this card is so insane. So what Charlemagne does is that during the end phase, you can actually equip him with an equip spell from the hand or the graveyard, and then equip a fire monster from the deck to this card. The craziest thing about this is whenever a monster on the field becomes equipped with an equipped spell, you can actually destroy any card on the field. And so I actually misplaced my smoke grenade thief, and placement really matters here. So this was a misplay on my part, but it's easily fixed because you need your pen scales, and your pen scales are left and right, of course. So placement actually really matters, because what you're going to do here is you're going to actually use all of your effects. All of your has a graveyard effect, so when it's in the graveyard, you can target any warrior monster you control and equip it to that target. And the craziest thing about all of your is that the equipped monster, right, becomes intargetable. So anyways, we're going to equip it to Godfried. We're going to equip it to the Gearfried just because it becomes a non-targetable negation. It's just insane. And then because a monster got equipped with an equipped spell, we can actually trigger Charlemagne to do what? Pop our own smoke grenade, right? So we're going to trigger confiscation number 1. So now we hand loop them for effectively 2 cards. 1 through Dolphin and then 2 through smoke grenade, right? Keep that in mind, guys. I have public knowledge of his entire hand too, by the way, at this point. Like, if that card doesn't scream like a bad idea, I don't know what does. Anyways, we're going to keep comboing. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use Crusader and we're going to use Templar, and we're going to do the Triff strategy, man. We're going to pen summon. And you're probably thinking like, yo, Pack, what the heck? You're actually pen summoning? I'm like, yeah, guys, you have to make use of all your resources. Everything that you see in your extra deck, hand, graveyard, they're all resources to be exploited, right? Like that's like how like amazing combos are built, right? And so like this was something that I originally didn't see, but after just thinking about like these are pendulum cards. Pendulum cards means pendulum summon. That's a mechanic that has to be taken advantage of. So, and that's exactly what I do. I'm gonna go pen summon for 2. So I'm gonna pen summon out the Squire, and then I'm gonna use the effect of Templar to pop both of them to search Renauld. So Renauld is like actually insane because it's essentially a free special summon from the hand if you control a fire monster, a fire warrior monster. And guess what? The Igknights are Godfried is one, Charlemagne is one. And then when it becomes a tuner, man, that's like the most important part. It becomes a tuner when it's special summoned from the hand this way. And when it's special summoned, guess what? You can add any equip spell in the banish or graveyard to your hand, or any fire monster from the graveyard or the banish pile. So what you add is you actually add Durandal back to your hand, and Durandal, you haven't used this, by the way. Durandal is like an insane card. It's a Rhoda for the deck, but it's a Rhoda for like also Igknight cards. Like that's why it's also really insane, because you can actually search your Igknight cards, like whatever piece you're missing. Like this deck is like I said, it's very complicated, and it's like multiple card combo, but like you search what you're missing, and then you like figure your way to get to like this devastating end board. Anyways, we're gonna use Sphere effect, and we're gonna equip the smoke grenade, the second smoke grenade at this point. And then we're going to use Renauld plus Squire plus Rose Maiden. You guys, quick math, that's a 3 plus 1 plus 5. So you can already tell me what that makes. And that's, of course, Trishula. One of the most iconic synchro monsters in today's metagame, right? So, or like in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually. Trishula right now is at 1, and this card is like absolutely insane. So we're now going to go Handloop counter 3. And so the card that we actually discarded off of a smoke grenade, right? Let's say it's like, you know, like an outlet card that triggers in the end phase. Bruh, that card, I don't even care if it floats, man. I'm just going to banish it. If it's a Shaddoll card, it doesn't even matter because you know why? I'm going to banish your field too. So if I hit your Wendy and you're going to summon like another, like, I don't know, beast, bro, that card's getting banished. Trishula is insane. So now we're Handloop counter at 3. But it gets like crazier. So now we're going to use Rose Maiden to bring back the Coral Dragon. And then this other level 3 monster, Squire, is going to help us make Crocosaurus, which also gives us another free draw 1. And then Crocosaurus, by the way, for those of you who don't know, can actually destroy any card on the field. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to discard the Painful Decision and the Ex-Paladin to pop my own Smoke Grenade. And now, guys, we're at Handloop number 4. Handloop number 4. And you already see we have a couple level 9s on the board. So you already know we're now going to make Blatnir. And Blatnir is going to get us to Handloop number 5, man. So you're starting off your turn with 1 card in your hand. But does that matter? Because at this point, we can actually just go Charlemagne plus Gearfried into VFD. If we're afraid. I don't know why we would be. But we actually don't. And the reason is because the following turn, I want enough damage to just push for game. That's like my game plan. And then also because of the fact that like Gearfried is 1 monster negate, and then Charlemagne is a quick effect Dryden on the opponent's turn. It also like, and then so it's just like absolutely insane. And like they can't even out the Gearfried with 1 card because Gearfried has like insane effects. First of all, it can't be targeted because of Olivier, and then second of all, if it battles any monster during the damage step, it literally equips you. It literally takes your opponent's monster and equips it to it. So it outs like dumb cards. It outs like let's say I'm trying to like think of an example, but it outs like for example BLS, the BLS link. Like for example, let's say the BLS link, bro. If it's non-destructible and it can't be targeted, bro, that's totally fine. Gearfried attack effect equipped to me, bro. It's literally a relinquish. It's a relinquish on legs. They can't be targeted. Like what? That's just insane. So anyways, I mean, so that's why I'd rather keep these on the board rather than make VFD. And then Charlemagne, on the following turn, you start off your turn, you activate Durandal, trigger Charlemagne, pop a card, and then just switch to attack, game. So like, as you can see, this combo is like absolutely insane, and it's uber consistent. Like this is uber consistent. Like it's just insane. Like, and you have like insane follow-up plays. Like it's just like actually the nuts. Like this deck is literally like crazy. Like, I think this is like actually something we have to look for in like the metagame as Rise of the Duelist comes out, you know, as Toon KS comes out, as Gearfried comes out. Like, man, I hope you guys like, you know, enjoy this combo tutorial video. If this video gets 300 likes, I will put up a deck profile of this. If you guys enjoy this deck profile, please, or I guess this combo tutorial video, please comment in the comment section below your thoughts on Infernoble Knights and Igknights in like the metagame going forward. Also, let me know your thoughts if this is something that you would play. Is this like too degenerate or what? But anyway, guys, I hope you guys really enjoy this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.